Back again, it's your man's Clue, reporting live exclusive from the desert. Laker Nation, get in here. We had multiple combatants that really appeared to want the smoke. And this was a very rare occurrence as far as NBA fights go, in that brothers were squabbling and legit punches were actually thrown and landed and connect. Rondo, that was a powerful jab hybrid left hook you landed there. I had to take the earlier video down. NBA Entertainment, Adam Silver, my apologies. ESPN Entertainment, obviously I did not own the rights to that video. However, this is something too big to not try and get your comments on and to see if we can open up a dialogue and try and get to the bottom of this. Now, Brandon Ingram, so-called the instigator, a lot of people are seeing as. However, the league really has to look at and do something about James Harden constantly initiating contact and drawing fouls. Whether it's a basketball player or not, that's obviously still up to debate. They did something about Kevin Durant's rip-through move in his shooting motion. In a previous iteration with Mr. David J. Stern, we saw them address Reggie Miller and the leg kick. Things are getting out of hand with James Harden constantly drawing fouls and getting to the line. He's too good of a player already as it is. Now, he's wise. He's leverages that all within the rules. Brandon Ingram, young boy, you're too important to the team. You're too important to the club's development. You got to get better control of yourself. Oh, and did I mention, it was obviously LeBron's first home game in Staples in the purple and gold as a Laker. That's another issue that could come to a head and may need to be addressed. It's already been well documented, obviously the friendship, the brotherhood, the kinship that exists between Chris Paul and LeBron James, the banana boat and things of that nature. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he may even be godfather to one, if not two of his children. So that's obviously they're tight. They're brothers. Blood couldn't make them any closer. However, with Mr. Rajon Rondo, you have somebody that a lot of people are saying is very similar in terms of temperament and personality wise with Rajon Rondo. That is needless to say. However, look at not only the history between the two, dating back way back to, if I'm not mistaken, the 2012 run up to, or maybe even 2008, the Olympic cycle. Where Westbrook, D Rose, CP3, Rajon Rondo were all in contention to make the team as point guards. Obviously, Rondo did not make the team, and if you've been following me, you know my thoughts on Chris Paul. Dating back, he's taken multiple cheap shots at guys, dating back to college days. My man's Julius Hodge from the Bronx with NC State hit him in his manhood. Chris Kaman with the Blazers, shout out Rip City, also had an incident with him as well too. Not condoning by any stretch of the imagination if he spit in that man's face. I've seen the enhanced videos and things of that nature. It does appear as if there was some bodily fluids or liquid that came, and he jerked his head back into the right, and then it was on. Mushed Rondo and got two-pieced up. Another thing, I'm not sure if it's Adam Silver or if it was under the purvey of Kiki Vanderweer, perhaps Sharif Abdur-Rahim in the league office. In a previous generation, these cats would have been looking at 10 to 15 game suspensions. They should be lucky right now that in this regime, what's your man, Adam Silver or Kiki Vanderweer, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, whoever is handling discipline now, that it wasn't Stu Jackson or David Stern. Okay, look back to when Nate the Great, shout out Nate Rob 206, Nate Robinson, J.R. Smith, Carmelo Anthony, I forget who else. All those guys got into it at the Garden between the Nuggets and the Knicks. I want to say Carmelo got between 10 to 15 games for backpedaling like Deion Sanders and having that whole thing going on. So that they should be lucky with that. If there was indeed spit. Now, what I was saying earlier, so I'm off track, I don't have my notes. Rondo, I'm not saying he will. I'm not trying to start any drama amongst Laker Nation. They don't need my help. In that locker room right there, now obviously I don't fault LeBron at all. He came in and grabbed his brother, and made sure he got out of there before anything further ensued and transpired. But hey man, Rondo has cut off teammates for lesser things than that. Not to mention Lonzo Ball. There's been a few. This is the second time your brothers are involved in an incident, and you might as well sit down and grab some popcorn. You got to get in there and make sure your brothers are out of harm's way. Ingram appeared to be getting more vexed and more worked up that Melo had him from behind. And Lonzo was basically purchasing a ticket and watching things ensue. Shout out Lance Stevenson, born ready. Great teammate. He was in there trying to calm him down, playing a great leadership role. You know what I'm saying? And that was very impressive. I commend you for that. So, Laker Nation, get in here. I'd like to hear your thoughts. H-Town, check in. What do y'all think? You're on your way to the Galleria right now. Let me know. What do you think? Was Chris Paul hit too heavy? Did Rondo get off too light? Who's really to blame for all this? Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Glue on the check-in, checking out from Vegas. Chill.